how? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies.
Here we go.
About the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
See, that resonate with me, bro. That resonate with me, man. I'm not gonna say he not funny, bro, but I've never understood the appeal for Kevin Hart. Like, he ain't nothing special. Cuz has literally been a face of comedy for, I don't know, past decade, shit longer than that. It's like that's the one that the torch was passed to. You know what I mean? And I've had fucking nasty debates about this shit with people who find Kevin Hart funny. I'm like, how? I mean, he funny, he cool, but they be mentioning his name with the greats like Pryor's and the Eddie Murphys and the Dave Chappelle's and the Katt Williams and shit. Like, he ain't swinging with them. But it's like, it makes sense, bruh. That makes sense. He just, the money was put behind him and they fucking just dropped this motherfucking face on the world, and you know, people is pawns and they're gonna flock to wherever the fuck people dangle in front of them. That shit that's what makes sense to me, because the motherfucker is not, he ain't funny. I ain't gonna say he ain't funny. He cool. He cool. He got this little, he making little voices and shit. I ain't trying to hate, bro, but like, it rubbed me the wrong way when they were trying to goddamn compare this motherfucker to like an Eddie. What? You talking about Norbit, Nutty Professor, Beverly Hills Cop, Dolomite? You know what I mean? Dr. Doolittle. You talk to Kevin Hart? Like, what he do is cool, bruh. Plant to me. Plant to me, and there's a lot of those out. There's a lot of those going around, dog. A lot of those going around. Sound like Katt could have been. He should have been the fucking face of comedy, but you see why. Cause it ain't like this is the first time Katt and been airing out dirty laundry and shit. He said it himself about Michael Jackson and who else did he say? Somebody else. I don't know what he said about MJ. You know what I'm saying? But he has never been shy about telling the truth. And you can't tell the truth in Hollywood. You get blackballed, dog. Yeah. Just my 2 cents. Just about Kevin specifically. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think Kevin is a plant? Y'all even find him funny? I'm sure y'all do. I'm sure y'all do. But